the Archaeological Study Bible. Experience a visual journey through biblical life and times. The Archaeological Study Bible is published in partnership with Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary. The mission of Gordon Conwell is to prepare men and women for a variety of vocations to advance gospel ministry around the world. They also have a long tradition in the study of archaeology and made for the perfect content provider and publishing partner on a Bible project like this. Hear Dr. Walter Kaiser, president of Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, talk about the reliability the study of archaeology provides to the biblical text and why he believes so many people are interested in this subject.
Archaeology really was the biggest, and still is, the biggest subject on the block, beginning around 1940s with Johns Hopkins University, which really had William Foxwell Albright. He was kind of the Nestor of all of these studies, the granddaddy, as it were. And he began introducing one find after another, both in linguistic studies and in artifacts, and saying, look at how this demonstrates the reliability of this text. Look at this text. That's reliable too. Now, it wasn't that archaeology could prove this, but rather it gave so high a degree of probability that indeed happened, because all of the culture, the setting, the backdrop was in place, that there was an increased tendency then to trust the reliability of the biblical story, both Old and New Testament. People are really excited about the Bible itself, first of all, because it's the story in which we find ourselves. It's a story that we're in, and everyone's interested in the story in which you have a place. But then to get its real setting in time and place, such as you find here, is just fascinating. Because, sure, we have to transcend 21st century all the way back an enormous amount of centuries, even to the earliest part, Moses, who does a lot with the Exodus out of Egypt. That's 1400 BC, and here we are in 2005, 2006, coming up very shortly. Wow. I need someone to take me back and put me in the seat so I could see the city gate, I could see the elders sitting there, I can see a man come up and say, I want to purchase this land, takes off his shoe and gives it over. I mean, we don't have customs like that, but I need to know this actually took place. And when we see it in the archaeological epigraphic materials, the written materials, or we find artifacts, or we dig up the city gate, find the benches where they actually sat and the ramp coming up, and how they deliberately put the ramp so that it was a disadvantage for the person who's going to be right-handed. Here's the wall up here, you got to turn around and shoot this way. You begin getting a little bit of a sense of, hey, there's something going on here, and I've got a picture of myself in that setting. Archaeology, like no other discipline, helps you be there. That's an amazing asset when you read a book like the Bible, which is one of the most popular books, still the most purchased, most read book in all the world. The word archaeological is big, but the real work has been done so that it really is put in lay terms. The emphasis in this Bible is on the ability to communicate and show how it brings understanding to the text, or that it can give an apologetic defense and a justification for what is written there, that it really did take place and happen. It is just a dream of everyone to help me to smell the flowers, to stop and to sense what's going on in the text, and let me hear the sounds and see the sights, and sort of picture the chariots of the Egyptians rumbling up the road with the chariots of the Assyrians coming down, and poor Israel's right in the middle, and clash right out in front of the Megiddo. Here comes an enormous battle that takes place. You can feel that. as you read the Archaeological Study Bible. It's the next best thing to being there.